Hey, it's me, Aries W3, still live. Have my Gundam shirt on and a messy background, but I'm here. Um, so I haven't live streamed in a long time, especially from my desktop PC, but I'm at a new place. Still haven't been able to get the mess that is moving boxes cleaned because 2026 is turns out it's a horrible year. Happy 250th birthday, America. But for me, it's not going as good, especially in the like things, politics affects like the job, and the job affects me. And so it's kind of messed up. But I'm still trying to enjoy my hobbies. Still, even though I'm not doing videos, I'm still like interacting with stuff like TikTok and the YouTube. Currently, the Gundam channel, Gundam official channel has Gundam X. Um, every every so often they're putting up new episodes. They are using AI for translation from Japanese to other languages that they don't have the subtitles for, and everyone's pissed at that. I understand. Um, I would say that they should use it for AI dubbing, but that's going to be make more people pissed because Amazon's doing that with some animes that I don't know about. But I would I, I would rather see a dub of Gundam X than sub because Gundam X is on Tubi. It's subtitled already. The subtitles are hard coded, but you only get English. But on YouTube, you can get Spanish, which is good. I feel like the Gundam, official Gundam, hasn't catered a lot to the Spanish speaker, but lately they have. When they put up Iron Blooded Orphans, they had some Spanish subtitles, and now with Gundam X, they have Spanish subtitles too. I don't know if Gundam Wing has Spanish subtitles, but so far they're doing okay with Gundam Official. I do like that they do have the official voice actors for Tifa and Garrett. Speaking about the show, but in Japanese, of course. There's a lot of Gundam merch that I want to get, but I'm not a chamillionaire. I'm not a millionaire, so I'm only sticking to Gundam Universe. I tried Blockies, but it wasn't my speed. I do like the Blockies Champion class. I think they're coming out with a Marvel Rivals Fantastic Four Invisible Woman that looks pretty good. But I've learned in this hobby that I'd rather spend money getting doubles on things that I like than trying to get everything. Because I used to like the classified line, the G.I. Joe classified line, but it seems to have gone off the rails. They It started like with this weird update, then they did retro packaging. Now they're adding characters. They're adding just military characters, and now they're adding weird characters like Lara Croft and a guy that was made up by the designers. I know two designers left, and that's just it's capitalism. I'll talk about that later, but I know they left. And good for them. I hope they get more money because they Hasbro did John Warden bad. They did him dirty, and they also did Dave Bonner dirty way back when he was in charge of Marvel. Anyways, I do still love the hobby. I'm trying to stay like involved, but now that I moved at a new place, I got more bills. I got more responsibilities. Um, there's four bills: internet, phone, gas, and electric that I have to struggle with every month. So that's kind of where I'm at. That's why it's kind of bad. Anyway, I did write down what I wanted to talk about. I don't like to just ramble. So let me just take a drink. It's been a while since I've had my good old lifeblood of Snapple, Diet Snapple Peach. No, that is Diet Pepsi, way better than Diet Coke. But soda's still not good for you. As a what is it? The seltzer is not good, but it's better than just drinking straight up Pepsi. So first thing on my clipboard is I want to talk about the new Gundam Universe releases. Usually, when there's a release, I'll talk about it using the instructions, which I do like that. Transformers, they still have a website with the PDFs of all their toys. That's great. I think in the past, I think I downloaded a whole bunch of them, and I have them on a hard drive somewhere. I like to have stuff in my possession because, as you can see, with what Sony's doing, getting rid of physical stuff, it's been a while since I've always been like, let me just have this digital stuff on a hard drive for laters. So let's see if this works. I'm gonna switch this. I think they upgraded SteamYard, and now whenever I like show a web page, I have to show my layout first. So here's hoping this works. Let me put myself at the bottom and be absorbed by the web page. So we're gonna first look at the Sinanju, Gundam Universe Sinanju. The Sinanju Stein has two eyes. The Sinanju only has one, but it's a mono eye. Looks pretty cool. It's also gonna be pretty beefy. I do like that they are adding a villain to the line. Most of the Gundam Universe line is Gundams, which are good guys. So you don't get to pair them much against bad guys. Like I'm still waiting for a GP02 and maybe a Guff custom for the Easy 8 and the GP01 FB, respectively. I do like the. Hey, you got the big shield. You got the axe. Got big shield, and you can add the axe. There it is, very chunk. I feel like it's gonna be a bigger figure than usual, but the Gun Universe figures they usually sorry about that. I had to burp. The Gundam Universe figures usually aren't. They don't. They're not in different sizes. One of the problems I have with the Unicorn and the Banshee Norn are that they look good. They're screen accurate, but they're small. Like the new Gundam is supposed to be the biggest of the Universal Century figures, as well as the Sazabi. But I think they're like the same size, which never felt right with me. And this new unicorn, I feel like he's bigger, but I don't think he is. I think in my video I did a size comparison, and he was the same size as the old unicorn. The only thing I don't like about this wave is that they're re-releasing the unicorn just to go with the Sinanju, which is a good move, but the unicorn isn't one of my favorite figures. And they just released the instruction manual for the Sinanju, which will let you shows you in more detail, more or less how it works. Let me move this bar. Let me zoom in. So you get the backpack, which attaches to the back, and you got two propellant tanks. You got some sharp shoulder armor, two beam sword axe, the big old shield, two beam sword axe grip, warning delicate. Got a crotch thing for the Tamashi Nation stage. I do feel myself blessed, I guess, that the Tamashi Nation store sells the bases. They're 2 for 10. Occasionally, I do pick up a base. You got the cool ass beam rifle, and with the renewal, they've made it so that any shield, because of the how it connects to the arm, you can use any shield with any renewal figure, except the burning Gundam because of the forearm parts. But yeah, the instructions are out. You can download them. They're PDFs. I do like this, but I wonder. I'm curious if the Sinanju is going to be bigger than the unicorn. If it's a big chunky bot. So that's it for the Sinanju. Gonna go to the Mighty Strike. The Mighty Strike is a renewal. I thought that they were just going to take the Type 2 that they released earlier and add a new backpack. But watching Kakarot 197's Gundam News, he says that the Type 2 and the earlier Type 2 and this one, they're different. I mean, this should have a renewal body, right? Because it's a new figure. So that's kind of cool. I thought it was gonna be like the old Type 2 with a new backpack, but it's renewal, so I look forward to it. Even though I do like the Type 2, the Strike Freedom Type 2. You get Beam Saber and the Ninja Sword, which is probably from the Astray Red Frame. It's a reuse, probably. But I do like the Mighty Strike Freedom and the wings. And the fact that you can have your girlfriend with you in your mobile suit also. I don't know how people feel about Kira and Lacus or Lacus. It's Lacus to me. Lacus is kind of uncouth. But I like them. I feel like it's me and my wife in Gundam, except with the almost getting cucked thing. But I think they're a good couple. They're kind of bland, but I think they're the only couple in Gundam. Well, you got Shiro Amada and Aina, maybe Hiro and Relina, but I don't know. That doesn't seem like a couple. Atra and Mikazuki, no. They had a baby, but I don't know about a couple. Anyway, we get this new stuff, and the sword. I still think that it's the Astray Red Frame sword, and you get a new headpiece for opening the broken weapon that can target all the enemies on the battlefield. The hands, we get open hands, which is cool. They're gold, but they should have white on the top of the part of the hands, but they're not. But I can always customize it. I'll probably get a few, one to customize, of course. So I'm looking forward to these guys. They should be releasing soon because we got the instructions for this guy too. Whenever they release the instructions, that means they're almost ready to ship. Let me check back in the studio, see if anyone's talking to me. How did I know if people are talking to me? Oh, comments. No, all right. Nobody's talking to me. All right, so let's close this Ananja. We opened the Mighty Strike. Guess we got a new backpack. Yeah, a new backpack for the back. New back part for the new backpack. Got the butt armor, the interchangeable head part. One of my old Strike Freedoms fell, and the peg that goes into the hip and connects this skirt gun broke. So I had to glue it in place. And then that was while I was glazing it. I was bringing it in from outside. It fell off the table and it broke. When things break, I usually get happy. I'm a weirdo because I have multiples. I'm like, oh, okay, this one is definitely not going to be sold and I can't get rid of it. So I'm keeping it because it's broken. No one's going to want a broken toy. Although I have seen people sell broken toys, broken Gundam Universe figures on eBay. You got to be careful with this. Is sharp. Note the direction for the beam sabers. The beam hilts, and you got the backpack wing A and wing B. Make sure that the pink painted side goes down. And then you clip on the sword using this into there. Voila. I guess to fold out the wings, just open up the wings and then you peg it. This is cool. I like this. One of the things about me collecting is I used to collect Marvel figures way back when I started collecting Marvel Universe figures because they had little stands that went with them, which I thought was great. When I had Marvel Legends, the Toy Biz ones, they didn't come with stands. They would stand for a bit, but you bump a table and they're all falling down. So I'm not a big fan of human figures. The Halo figures, when I was collecting Halo Reach, they had the same problem. But these Transformers and Gundams, they have big flat feet, so they usually can stand well. But human figures, I'm not a big fan of because because of the feet. All right. Uh, it was announced that we're getting 3 new renewal figures, which I'm kind of disappointed. I'm like, these 3 guys exist already. I don't know why you're making renewal versions of it because I want more new stuff. But if you're going back through the line to redo everything with the renewal, it's going to take a long time before we get anything new. So if you're listening to me, Bandai, or whoever's in charge of Gundam Universe, do 1 renewal per wave. Like, I welcome these 3, but like I said, I wish we could get a Goof Custom to battle the EZ8 or GP02 to battle the full burner. Or maybe I don't know what could fight the X. Yeah, Tieran, but we'll never get it. I wish we could get a Tieran, but we'll never get a Tieran. A Reborn's Gundam, maybe. I don't know, but I would. There's more good guys than bad guys in this line. I wish we had more bad guys. So we're getting the Gundam Freedom, a renewal. No instructions yet because it's not time to release. But I do like the Freedom. I like it more than the Strike. I like it more than the Strike Freedom. I like the Strike, not more than the Freedom, but I like the Freedom more than the Strike Freedom. One or Type 2 or Mighty Strike. I like it even more than the Rising Freedom. I like the Freedom Gundam. Just a moment. I I'm getting parched. So here we got the Freedom. And the cool thing is that I guess you can do parts like the shoulders, the side, the side skirts, the wings. Those are things that you can reuse. You're rebuilding the inside. So I can see how you can cut costs on making this guy again. The wings on the old one also opened up like this. I am seeing that the guns, these white guns, they can point forward, which I don't think it's not possible in the old one. So that's good. I like this. I just noticed this now. And you get a shield. One of the things the old Gundam Universe figures, a lot of them were missing parts, like the GP01FB doesn't have a shield. And it would be cool if it came with a little bitty front part of the core fighter, so you could detach the backpack and just connect it to the core fighter. Maybe in the future, who knows? And here you have the wings at the back and the guns at the front. The old one can do this. Standing stoically in the air. This is one other thing that I do like. That you get this beam saber hilt that is one piece. You also get this. This I don't think the old one didn't have this. So instead of connecting the two beam saber hilts, you get one that's already connected. You get the shield, which is new. So hence this Gundam is more complete than the old Gundam Universe Gundam. Here I have all the parts. New feature is the open hands, which I do like. I like the open hands. Besides these, you can get a lot of cool poses out of the open hands, like stop, or my mom will shoot. And that's it for the Freedom. Next up, this this is one that I've always said if you're gonna do a re-release, Bandai, re-release the Gundam, the Wing Gundam Zero from Endless Waltz. I only own one copy of this figure. It was released during the COVID. I saw it in Target and I was like, Wing Zero, and I bought it. But if you search on eBay, well, maybe not now, but typically this figure goes for 115 up on eBay because it was hard to get. But now we're getting renewal, so the price on the old one should be going down, which I wouldn't mind getting another an extra of the old one, especially in box because I only had one box and I cut that thing up. So in box, the Wing Gundam Zero Endless Waltz returns using the universal reaction frame. Click on an image to enlarge it. Okay, I will. So here we have Hero's favorite plucky suit. Has the renewal frame, so it should be extra articulated. The wings, they did. It looks like the wings they are different because the old one you had to plug in these extra plumes over here. It looks like these are have them sculpted in, or not. Well, I guess yeah. I guess you have to plug them in. Plug them in. You got the double beam master rifle ready to destroy itself and Mary Marie's base. They got spinning for destruction. You got a beam saber. I don't think the old one came with a beam saber. Now, if we can only get a heavy arms custom and a sandrock custom from Endless Waltz. The sandrock I like with the its cloth cape and its short, translucent shore tools. But I don't know. If they're going backwards in the line, who knows when we'll see those. And here's everything. Open hands, always welcome. So we're gonna get this. I'm really looking forward to getting a whole bunch of these. I think it'll be the hot item. Out of the three of this wave, the one that should really be hot, but probably will not be hot, is the Char Zaku 2 renewal. I love the Zaku 2. The old Zaku 2 is chunk. I'm glad that they came out with the origin version, which was a Target exclusive. Um, I always felt like it was a Charget. Like Target should have had like an event called Charget, CHAR get, where they would because they had the Sazabi. I remember the Sazabi being like a peg warmer. Well, it wasn't peg warmer. I saw one for like I think I saw one for like $12 or 10, but I wasn't into Gundam, and the box was beat up, and I left it. I regret it. I love the Sazabi. The thing about the Sazabi is every time I see one that I can buy for lower than retail, I pick it up because I regret. But this is a new design. Has weird panel lines. The old Char's Zakutu was like round and chunk. This one's a little slimmer. It looks more like the Robot Spirits one, but it's bigger. Here we have it on the side. No tampos, of course. Here with its machine gun. And this is cool. You're getting a bazooka. I was thinking of giving the Gundam Renewals bazooka to my Char Zaku 2, my old one. But if you think about it, the Federation and the Xeon, they have different types of bazookas. The Xeon have these two bazookas, while the Federation has the bazookas with the like cartridge in the back with multiple missiles. So it wouldn't have worked well giving the Sharzaku 2 the Gundam's bazooka. But I do like this. I like the bazooka. Got the Heat Hawk and open hands for expressions. You got the movable mono eye. One of the problems that I did find with with the old Char Zaku 2 is the little stick that you would use to move the mono eye. On my first one, it broke. I've never moved the mono eye after that, but I would like to if it was easier to do. And I do like that you can see it's not painted. It looks like it's a separate piece, the mono eye, which is cool. Some people, I think someone customized the Zaku too. I don't know if it was Gundam Universe with like a little crystal here. So it looks like a camera, but it's okay. So you get the bazooka, the machine gun. I could see that this is the same machine gun that the Zaku one, the old Gundam Universe figure had, and this too. So get a new bazooka, new open hands, and a new body. Here it is versus the renewal. And there it is. I think this should be hot. It's gonna be hot for me, so I hope it's not like a Target exclusive. But Zaku 2 is a grunt suit. Bandai were smart. I mean, they made the Leo, but the Leo didn't get. I think the Leo is kind of a peg warmer. So making a green Zaku 2 would kind of be, I think, making mistake. The Char Zaku 2 that was exclusive to Target had a, I feel like it had a hard time selling. Like the website always had it. But I love the Zaku. I wish we could get more like a white Zaku for Shin Matsunanga, or Black Tri-Stars Zaku, or Johnny Raiden Zaku, or Annabelle Gato Zaku, or Ramba Rao Zaku. We could get Zaku's up the wazoo, but I don't know. I'm not in charge of Bandai. I don't know what their numbers look like, but I do welcome these, even though I wish we could get more variety. So let me, gonna go whoop. All right. I do want to talk about, well, there's no one here. No one's joined the stream yet. I've been streaming for 33 minutes. Let me talk about something new. All right. So recently in Flushing, the largest gashapon store in North America opens its doors. This was posted on June 10th, 2026. So I think I know where this is. I want to go out there. It looks like it's adjacent to the Ibisu Life store, which is a good store for Gunpla. When I last time they went in there, they had the 7-Eleven new Gundam entry grade. And I was like, what? 7-Eleven? But I do want to go here to see if I could get things like the Gundam Ensemble and other Gundam Gashapon that I like. So want to go there. It's a long trip. They have Dragon Balls, Gashapon. Here you see the inside. I so want to go. But if I go there, I'm specifically looking for Gundam stuff. Gundam Gashapon. Keychains and whatnot. I want to go. So I guess if you're a YouTuber and you have a chance to go and you know me, or if I follow you, just what kind of Gundam Gashapon do they have at this place? Do they have cool ones or not so cool ones? Because the American Dream had some ensemble. The Bandai Cross store has had a lot of ensemble when I went there, like the first time. But now they don't have as much. I don't like those busts, the Gundam bust that you could either get the mechanical, the translucent, or the armor because it's a lot. But yeah, I'd love to know what Gundam Gashapon they have. Let's close that. And whoop, the last thing I want to talk about before I go. Well, I've been on this app called Knock Knock NAUK. Let me just get rid of this. So I've been on this app called Knock Knock NAUK. It uses AI, but it turns your toy pictures alive. So I feel like I'm not stealing anybody's work because I'm submitting my pictures. It's probably stealing data from me, but sometimes it's dumb. Sometimes it doesn't know what a Zaku is. So, or a Gundam. I put a picture of the Master Gundam. I want to use it for reviews. Like, here's the package, and then have the figure jump out of the package. And it's kind of weird what it does. It doesn't do what I want it to do. But I guess I'm not a pro at prompts like some Gundam reviewers. But I'm gonna see if I start using that for my reviews. I find it entertaining, so I get entertained. I know I'm drying up some ocean somewhere and that I can't run my AC because of a data center that's like sucking up all the energy in New Jersey or somewhere. So AI sucks. To me, sincerely, AI is a tool of the lazy. If you want to be lazy, you use AI. AI, someone mentioned, a, we thought AI was going to get rid of menial task, like having to click on a button like multiple times, or having to like, if you're at a call center, like just tell AI to dial like this call. If they don't pick up, call again. If they don't pick up, call again instead of you hanging up and calling again, or some annoying shit like that. But AI is supposed to take the work from the human. But what they're doing with AI is they're taking the art from the human, which humans create art. Why do you need AI to create art? But that's what they're selling it to you as. It's like, oh, look at this movie made with AI. Forget you, man. But that's what I'm doing. I'm like taking my action figures and trying to make a story with AI. But it's a tool of the lazy. I'm being lazy. I'm not trying to sell you on the like, hey, everybody, come watch my AI slop. But that's what I'm having fun with currently. It's it's not the best, but it's all right. Um, since my move, my commute to work is longer, so I have no time for hobbies, Dr. Jones. I tried to get into my work life balance. I tried to get a little bit of joy. Like when I can, I try to stop at the Tamashii Nation store in Manhattan to see if they have literature that I like to scoop up. All I discovered was after like 2 months of being released, they finally got the Red Gundam, the Gundam Universe Red Gundam. So now I have to start stocking up on the Red Gundam. G Quux, the Gundam Universe G Quux, It looks like people don't want it anymore. Target had it on sale for 25 bucks. Now Amazon has it on sale for like 25, like the old price of Gundam Universe. So if you don't have the G Quicks and you got the money, pick it up. It's unique. It's okay. I still have to customize and glaze one of the copies that I have, but um, it, yeah, I it's for I'm at 40 minutes in. I do make a note here that I am okay. I am glad that Hasbro is re-releasing Transformers from the John Warden era because they were great designs. I love that for Hasbro making money. Way back when I started collecting Transformers, they had the Transformers Universe line, where they would take old toys and either repaint them or repackage them and sell them. The It's kind of weird that they're doing it. I think in like current lines, like Transformers um, 86. I think they were releasing Sunstreaker with painted windows. They were re-released Jazz. So they re-released Triptychon. I don't know if they re-released them with the broken hip, but hopefully they fixed that. I think they re-released Scorponok and Fortress Maximus. They haven't re-released Metroplex, which is a Titan that a lot of people didn't get. I only have one copy of Metroplex. That was a Valentine's gift for my then girlfriend, now wife. But yeah, I do like that. Whoever's decision that was at Hasbro, you got it, dude. I will make a video. My next video is probably going to be about why I left Transformers. I've mentioned it before in my live streams, but I know it's tough to dig through. It's tough for me to dig through. So, um, TikTok has a contest where they're asking you to invent a short story and submit it to them. I was thinking about it, but then I thought about the Red Letter Media video um, from the guy who directed Shazam, where he wanted people to submit their horror stories so that they can make it, and they were like, Red Letter Media was like, nah, nah, dude, that's not worth your whatever they're paying you. It's not worth your idea. So maybe I'll give it a shot. I don't know. They also want you to do a video about your favorite anime. I might do that. That's a contest. Um, I I do have a channel that created, but I'm not using. Where I made it for political content. That one's the SR Aries 83 SR, which is senior because I'm old. I am 52 now, but I feel young, although sometimes my body's acting weird, but I feel young. I'm like a young brain in an old machine. Like a pilot. So I might do some political content, not because it makes money, but it's like what's on my mind lately. Because at my current job, I finally got a raise after 2 years working there, but they did throw us a whole bunch of work. They were like, "Oh, you guys are doing New York. Now you're doing these other states. Yeah, just run that. Here's some more work. Oh, here's $2. I should have gotten those $2 before the more work." And we have a boss that's micromanaging us. He's like, "Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing?" And that's never good. So I'd love to vent about that, but I don't think people come to my toy channel to hear me vent about my life or politics. And the last thing that I'm gonna do before I leave is just add to stage. Hey, whip, whip. Let me show this. So I'm not going to scroll. I'm going to hide some stuff. This is my eBay page. I am selling some Transformers. I've unpacked a whole bunch of Transformers that I've been collecting my whole collecting life just for this moment to sell them. And the prices that are on them is like the median price of what they're selling on the eBay because it's easier to discount an item than it is to raise a price. I can't tell you, oh, this thing I'm selling for $20, I'm going to sell it to you for 50. No one wants that. But if you have something that's like $100 and say, hey, I have this thing that's 100, I'm going to sell it to you for 75. That's better. It sounds better. So when I list, I start from a high price. I'm sorry, I'm not doing any auction formats, but I've been listing. So far, so good. There's four things that I have left. I bought a 25 pack of boxes, specifically 12 by 9 by 4, to sell deluxe figures and Voyagers. I have some leader class and some like legend class figures, but I have to figure out how I'm going to sell them. I would have to order different boxes, bigger boxes, different sizes. But right now, I'm probably going to, after these four sell, going to order some more boxes. But there it is. If you're interested in any old Transformers from, I'm starting with the oldest, like Titan's Return and Power of the Primes, because that's the oldest stuff. Like stuff from Siege and Earthrise is newer. So I'm gonna once I sell the old stuff, unless it's shows, unless when I scan it, it says like, oh, it's like a big price. Unless it does that, I'm going with the old. So like the last stuff I'll be selling is like Kingdom stuff because I got out when the designers changed, when Kingdom ended. John Warden was taken off the Transformers team and given Ghostbusters and then Power Rangers, which they both failed, not because of John Warden, but because of the IP and how Hasbro handled it. Instead of Hasbro creating like their own Ghostbusters lore, they were doing movie toys, and movie toys suck. They always suck. I don't know why toy makers don't realize this. Movie toys suck. They always have, they always will. So when you do a line that's just based on a movie, it's gonna fail. Like the Power Rangers, they took that, they invented a new series. I don't know how well that was received. I don't know how. I didn't like the designs. I'm not a Power Rangers guy. I'm more of a Kamen Rider guy. But that failed, and instead of they invented their own thing, but I think instead of working with the Japanese, they just did their own thing, and now the Japanese are like, "Oh, Power Rangers is done. Super Sentai, no more." So they they messed up that. They effed it up. Thanks, Chris Cox. Anyway, that's this is my eBay stuff. And that's about it. 49 minutes, one watcher, no comments, no commento. It's okay. I'll leave this up. Probably download it and edit out the good bits, like I've seen content creators do. They'll take the good bits and they'll turn them into shorts, or they'll make them they'll cut them out into nice chunks. So I've seen political YouTube channels do that. Anyway, I'm Aries double 83. It is July 4th, 1:21 a.m. America, you have to do better. You have to do better for everyone. People living here, the immigrants that come, your constituents, you have to do better. Maybe with Mandami, people can see that change is possible. That when someone tells you, no, we can't do that, that they're probably not putting enough effort into something. So I'll give that energy to my political channel. But happy birthday, America. I hope your cake is delicious, not like some weird fruit cake with fruits and like stuff that people doesn't don't like. Just have a plain either ice cream cake or a vanilla cake or chocolate cake, maybe pineapple in the middle. Just have that, America. Just plain but good that everyone enjoys. I'm Aries double 83. Good night. Good luck.